I have a question for some of my fellow Georgia Bulldog fans. Ask yourself this question. Let's just rewind back to last Thursday. If Drew Bobo would have been on the field, Nate Frazier hadn't have gone down with that injury, and Raylan Wilson hadn't have went down with his injury. Do you honestly think we would have lost to Ole Miss? Do you really believe we would have still lost to Ole Miss? Ask yourself this question. Had we won that game in New Orleans, what was the chances of us beating Miami without Drew Bobo, without Raylan Wilson, a banged up CJ Allen, and no Nate Frazier? Because you do know Nate Frazier is in a walking boot right now as we speak. There's no way in hell we would have beaten Miami without Nate Frazier, Raylan Wilson, Drew Bobo. There's no way. But a lot of you want to act like the sky's falling. In panic mode. Well, I'm here to tell you, you all, USA, take a step back. We are good. The Georgia Bulldog Nation, we are good for 2026. And that's what we're going to talk about today here. The future of this team going into 2026 and the portal watch and what's the most important thing we need to do during this transfer portal situation and the players that we have coming back. Get your popcorn ready. I'm Amondo Black, and this is the Dog Call. Good good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Dog Call. I hope everyone is having a blessed, happy, and a productive Tuesday today. Salute everybody. Salute, 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 salute. If I don't shout you out personally, please don't take it personal. I just want to go through this, zip through this real quick because I have other content that I want to drop. I want to do a preview on the semifinal games, the Ole Miss Miami game and the Indiana Oregon game. So I want to zip through this real quick. I don't want to take too long on this. Y'all know I can tend to be long winded. And my intentions may be to go for 15 minutes, 15 minutes turn into 30 minutes, 30 minutes turn to 45 minutes, 45 minutes turn into an hour, like yesterday. So some UGA content creators are in panic mode. Some UGA content creators are in doom and gloom mode. They're, thinking that the sky's falling. And the funny thing about it, some of these same content creators did not actually believe that we would get to the playoffs. Some of these content creators and fans I'm seeing in the chats were predicting 9-3, 8-4. They didn't think we would get anywhere near Atlanta in the SEC championship game. This team overachieved, ladies and gentlemen. This team overachieved. No question about it. This team overachieved. I did not believe that this team would go this entire year with that schedule, with that schedule, and go 11-1, and go to Atlanta and have to play Bama, our boogeyman, and destroy them 28-7 and leave them with negative -3 rushing yards. Nobody saw that. But we go to New Orleans and things don't go according to plan. And I broke down yesterday what I feel that happened in New Orleans. We were not ready for that game. The injuries caught up with us. Ole Miss is a hell of a better team than the media is making them out to be. The media is underselling Ole Miss because Ole Miss is not a big brand name. Miami is a big brand name because we know them from back in the 80s, the U, Michael Irvin, Gino Toretta, Bernie Kosar, Melvin Bratton, Maurice Crum, Russell Maryland, Jerome Brown. We remember the Blades brothers, Ed Reed, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. Miami is a blue blood. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Miami is a blue. Miami is more of a blue blood than Texas and Oklahoma. To be honest with you, they won 5 national titles in the last 50 years. Well, Texas, in my from my recollection, Texas only won 1 national title in the last 50 years. Oklahoma won when 85. And let's go to the last 50 years now. 85 they won, and in 2000. That's it. 2 national titles. They call Notre Dame a blue blood. Notre Dame only won 1 in the last 50 years, 1988. They call Penn State a blue blood. Penn State has only won 2 national titles in the last 50 years. That's 82 and in 86. Well, really, technically 86. You can't count 82 because 82 is over 50 years. That would be, well, yeah. Let's just say, yeah. You can throw them in there. 82, 86. Penn State has won 2 national titles. Michigan has won 2. 97, 2023. Ohio State, 2002, 2014, and last year. 3 national titles in the last 50 years. Georgia, 3 national titles in the last 50 years. 80, 21, 22. Clemson, 3 national titles in the last 50 years. 81, 2016, 2018. So the way I look at it, outside of Bama, Miami, Miami's won five. Miami's won five national titles in this within in the last 50 years. Could have been, should have been six, in my opinion. In 2002, I feel like they got screwed in that game in 2002, and a lot of people feel the same way that I feel. I say that to say this: Ole Miss is being underestimated for this semifinal game, just like they were being. Nobody gave them a chance against us, and I kept warning everybody. I kept warning all of my fellow Georgia Bulldog fans. This team is the most dangerous team in the playoffs. They don't have nothing to lose. They're playing with house money. They're hella talented. In my opinion, they got the best quarterback. I would take Trinidad Chambers over Fernando Mendoza on any time. Now I think Mendoza has the better coach. Signetti is run circles around Pete Golden, no doubt about it. But pound for pound, head to head, Trinidad Chambers is a better quarterback than Fernando Mendoza. I don't give a damn what any of you say. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I think Chambers is a better quarterback than any quarterback that's left in it. He's better than Dante Moore. He's better than Carson Beck. That's for damn sure. He's better than Mendoza. That was not some jabroni ass team that we was playing down there in New Orleans. That's the same team that came this close to kicking our ass in Athens. As a matter of fact, they kicked our ass for like 3.5 quarters. The fourth quarter, for whatever reason, the ball started bouncing funny, the receivers started dropping balls, and the linebackers started missing tackles in the fourth quarter. And we pulled the victory out. We squeaked that. And a lot of analysts after that game were saying that Ole Miss deserved to win that game. Ole Miss was getting more props. If you remember, the first 2 weeks after that game, Ole Miss stock kind of went up based on how they played us in Athens. They actually outplayed us for 3 quarters. We outplayed them for 1 quarter. That was a dangerous team. A very dangerous team. That was the toughest game on our schedule. In my opinion, that was the best team that we faced all season. And I'm including Bama. I think Ole Miss is better than Bama, in my opinion. But that's neither here or there. The 2025 season is over with, and I know what a lot of you Georgia fans are feeling. I know what you're feeling. Let it go. Let it go. The season is over with. It's done. Finito, finish. It's done. Now we need to take care of business because we're working on, we can do something special in 2026. And I'm about to explain this right now. For those of you that don't know, Zachariah Branch has declared for the NFL. He's gone. C.J. Allen is going to go into the NFL. I don't think Kobe Young has any more years of eligibility. Dylan Bell is finished. He don't have any more years of eligibility. Cash Jones is gone. He don't have any more years of eligibility. The fortunate thing about it is we're deep at receiver room. We had a lot of freshmen. C.J. Wiley, Taylor was injured most of the season. Elias Williams, I think what Kirby and Mike Bobo will eventually do is convert him to the wide receiver. Slim him down a little bit, have him slim down a little bit, put him on a little weight loss program, slim him down a little bit because he has the speed to play wide receiver. And he can jump like hell. I don't know what's going on with Noah Thomas. I would love to have him back. If we can get Noah Thomas back, hold on to Elias Williams. C.J. Wiley and Taylor, we're good. So let's take a look at the moves that we've already made. And some of you are saying, oh, what are we waiting on? We need to go out and get this player. We need to go out and get that player. We need to go out and get some elite receivers. What elite receivers do you see in the portal right now? What elite receivers do you see in the portal right now? Do you see Jeremiah Smith in the portal? Cam Coleman ain't elite. He is not worth no $3.5 million or no $4 million. Let Texas Tech or Texas overspend, because that's what they do. They overspend money and don't get no damn results. They can't even win a damn conference title. And they done spent way more money than Georgia in the last 3 years. This is chess, not checkers. And a lot of you want to go out there and spend a whole lot of money on players, on other players, reaching for the stars. So let riddle me this. Let's just say Kirby goes haywire, opens up the checkbook, and go get this player, that player, this player, that player, this player, that player out of the portal. What you think is going to happen with the players we already have? The talent the elite talent that we already have, like Glover, gone. Hughley, gone. Justin Williams, gone. Zayden Walker, gone. It'll be another situation like what we had in 2023. Where we were so hell-bent on going in the portal, getting Dominique Lovett, Ra Thomas, but we let A.D. Mitchell walk out the door. We let Bear Alexander walk out the door. Those two hurt. I don't give a damn what any of y'all say. If Bear Alexander would have been on that 2023 team, we would have three-peated. If A.D. Mitchell would have been on that 2023 team, we would have three-peated easily. Easily. We cannot afford to get caught with our pants down again, like we did in 2023 and last year. Last year around this time, remember? When we went in the portal, reaching for the stars. Now, Zach Branch was a hit. Zion and Zach had to be a package deal. So I can understand what Kirby did with that one. McCray was a good pickup. Noah Thomas was a good pickup. But those other guys, Maddox and Mendoza and those other guys, that money we spent on them could have went to Damian Wilson. Can you imagine how much better our pass rush would have been in 2025 with Damian Wilson? Can you imagine Damian Wilson coming from one side, Gabe Harris coming from the other? And we could have utilized Chris Cole like we did with Channing Tindall in 2021. So while some of you are suggesting that we should go out in the portal and reach for the stars, I already know what the plan is. Cooler heads are prevailing, and that is why Kirby is getting paid $13.5 million. And the rest of us are just online, voicing our opinion and talking shit. Well, this man is an expert. He gets paid to do this. The only move we made so far, Khalil Barnes, that was a hit, super hit. We stole him out from under Dabo Swinney's nose. He's a safety at Clemson, an elite safety. Huge pickup. And you know what happened the last time we got a DB from Clemson? You know what happened? Remember? We went on and won a natty with DeAndre Kendrick. Now let's look at the future moves, the targets. USC D lineman Dave Tompkins. Now we lost Christian Miller. I think Tompkins would be a great replacement. He's good. He's damn good against the run, and he has some speed. He can get to the quarterback. He can get to the quarterback. See that right there. I think going into the offseason is two things that we need to address. The pass rush, and we need to replace some receivers. Everything else, I think we're good. Now, there's one group where we will be elite. One thing that has us above everyone else in college football right now is that we are bringing back the most elite, experienced offensive line in the nation. If we play our cards right. Monroe Freeland, Ernest Green, Drew Bobo. If we can retain them and bring them back for 2026, along with Glover and Warren Gaston, we will have the biggest, the baddest offensive line, the best offensive line that Kirby has had since Kirby has been here. The best offensive line in the nation. There's no other O-line that will come in, that could compare to what we're bringing back. Then you look at we'll be able to rotate. We'll be able to rotate players in. Hughley, Tolliver. We'll be able to rotate players in. Now, what I do see Kirby is doing, he's bringing in another offensive tackle, Lucas Simmons from Florida State. He's scheduled to visit here. Like I said yesterday, Georgia has money. We got money. Don't get it twisted. We got money, but we're going to be smart with it this year. The main goal is to the players that we have, the players that we know that's going to be elite, like Raylan Wilson, Zayden Walker, Quintavious Johnson. I think we got Gabe Harris coming back. Glover, Hughley, the younger players, Taylor, Ja'Cory Thomas, Kyron Jones. He'll be at full strength come August. Then you damn sure want to keep Nate Frazier happy and Garner happy. In my opinion, if we can hold on to Noah Thomas and add on, let's say, a Jalen, the kid from Bama, Jalen McBowie, kid runner 4.3, electric, great route runner, or Isaiah Canyon from Georgia Tech, you know he gave us hell in that game in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Isaiah Canyon he can blow the top off. Or Jace Brown, from Kansas State. Now, these players are not elite, but they're damn near close to it. Damn near close to it. We can definitely take those three and make it work. I think Isaiah Canyon would be a huge upgrade from Dylan Bell. I think McBowie could be that gadget guy along with Taylor. I think Taylor could be that gadget guy. Jace Brown. And don't forget about Zacoby White. Another gadget guy. We are good on offense. My concern is the O-line. Because you already, if you want to talk about 2025, you already seen what it's like when you have to play a young O-line or plug new people in on the offensive line. It takes damn near a half a season for that line to gel and to build chemistry. But if you bring back a loaded offensive line, like what Kirby and Mike Bobo and Josh Brooks and the alumni and the boosters are trying to do and bring these guys back, oh, hell. And plus, add in the fact we have a favorable schedule. A very favorable schedule. I look at that 2026 schedule and I say, you could it could go three ways. I could see 12-0, 11-1, or 10-2. Worst case scenario, 10-2. That's a playoff schedule. That schedule right there reads we making the playoffs. It has it written all over it. Now, for some of you that don't know, Trinidad Chambliss, for whatever reason, I don't know. I think he would have been probably the first or the second quarterback picked off the board, or would have been the first or the second quarterback drafted in the first round. But for whatever reason, he wanted to play hero and decided to come back to Ole Miss. He don't have a damn thing else to prove. The performance that he put on this year was elite. Now, I don't know if it's, if he just wants to Heisman that bad, but he don't have a damn thing else to prove. If he was my son, or if he was my client, I was his agent, I would tell him to take his ass on in the NFL and get that bag. But for whatever reason, he's deciding to come back. Same thing with Kawan Lacey. He could definitely be a late first rounder or early second round pick in the NFL draft, but they're both coming back. So Ole Miss is going to be tough. I don't know what they got coming in on defense. I got to see how Pete Golden, how well he works the portal the way Lane Kiffin did, because I don't think their recruiting class is anywhere near the top 5. So I have to see how well Pete Golden can work the transfer portal. But I think Ole Miss will be a challenge in 2026. Bama is losing a lot of players, so I don't know what they're going to be like. Auburn is going to be a threat. Auburn is always a threat. We don't know what Florida is going to be like. I think Georgia Tech would definitely take a step back. Now, I don't think we have Tennessee this year. As a matter of fact, we don't have Tennessee this year. And Tennessee is going to be a dangerous team in 2026, in my opinion. So no Texas and no Tennessee, as far as I know. But we do have Ole Miss and Bama on the schedule this year. We have to go to Bryant-Denny and we have to go to Oxford. But regardless of that, we need to break bread when it comes to that offensive line. That's the number one goal. For all of you that are saying, well, we need to take money and go out and get receiver. Number one, there's no elite receiver in the portal right now. There's some good receivers, good talented receivers, but there's no Jeremiah Smith in the portal. There's no Jeremy Bernard in the portal. There's no Malachi Tony in the portal. There's no Zach Branch in the portal. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. You had that in 2023. You had a loaded portal of wide receivers in 2023 and last year, but you do not have that this year. But what's in the portal is some players that we can bring in that would fit our culture and that would fit our system. I think we're good at running back. I'm hoping that we can hold on to Bo Walker. I know some of you don't really, you're not feeling Bo Walker about the Walmart situation. Look, let me tell you something. If God can forgive, so can we. It ain't that damn serious, okay? Kids gonna be kids. He was punished. Hopefully he learned his lesson. Let's move on. And wish the best for the kid. Now, I've seen some flashes of greatness in that Mississippi State game. You can't take that away from the kid. And I think the kid is going to be special. And I would like to see him get more carries in 2026. If he's good to go in and he's healthy. I would love to see him get more carries. So we got Nate Frazier, Chauncey Bowens. I don't know about Josh McCray. Haven't heard anything about him yet. I don't know anything, know what's going on with Peanut. But if we have Peanut, that's a three-headed monster there. Peanut, Chauncey Bowens, and Nate Frazier. That's your three-headed monster. And add Bo Walker in there. That's a dangerous backfield. If we can hold on to McCray, that would be an added bonus. I don't know if McCray has any years of eligibility. That's why I don't really want to speculate when it comes to McCray. But our number one priority right now is holding on to Ernest Green, Monroe Freeling, and Drew Bobo. Keeping them here in Athens for 2026. I think that gives us the best shot at winning the Natty. Now, I'm also hearing rumors about Gunnar Stockton. And before I address the Gunnar Stockton thing, Puglisi ain't going nowhere. He loves Georgia. He loves it here. He wants to be he wants to compete for the job. He really believes that he can beat Gunnar out this fall in fall camp. Now, for what I'm hearing, boots on the ground, Puglisi had an issue of throwing interceptions in practice. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on out there. He has a better arm. He's hella accurate. He's fast. He's mobile. He'll run around you, through you, and over you. Quick feet. But he can get reckless and turn into a gunslinger. He has that Brett Favre syndrome. Remember Brett Favre? Hell of a quarterback. Damn good quarterback. Hall of Famer. One of the best to ever do it. But he'd get trigger happy and throw dumb, reckless interceptions. That's the issue that Puglisi had in 2025. In camp, in practice, he threw too many damn interceptions. That is how Gunnar was able to beat him out. Now, this kid is confident that he can beat Gunnar out for the job in fall camp. I don't know. But he ain't running from competition. And I was shocked that he decided to stay because I think this kid could go anywhere and land a starting job and be QB1, in my opinion. Seen that kid's arm in that G-Day game and in that Kentucky game and in that Marshall game? Kid got an arm. Kid has an arm out this world. Garner leaning more towards coming back. I don't see him transferring. I would be totally shocked if he decided to transfer. But as it stands right now, it's going to be him returning for his senior season at Georgia or entering the NFL draft. Right now, it's a wait and see moment when it comes to Garner, Ernest Green, especially Monroe Freeland, and Drew Bobo. They're waiting for their draft grades. And when those draft grades come out, that's when you're going to start seeing some movements one way or the other. So right now, it's still a little early when it comes to those players. But with the resources we have, if I'm Kirby, if I'm Mike Bobo, I'm throwing the bag at them. I'm throwing the bag at Ernest Green. I'm throwing the bag at Monroe Freeland. I'm throwing the bag at Drew Bobo. That entire O-line is getting a raise. Glover, Warren Gaston, hell, they deserve it. Ranked in the top 3 in red zone offense? Are you kidding me? Did you see our running game in 2025 compared to 2024 and 2023? That was a dope-ass performance by this O-line. They deserve every damn dollar, every amount of a raise. They earned their money. And contrary to what some of you may believe, hell, I think Gunner earned every dime. If he wants $3 million, $4 million, give it to him. Give it to him. 2-time SEC champion. Led us to 2 playoffs. Beat Bama, something that Carson Beck could never do. Carson Beck was, 0-3 against Bama? Come on. Did you see the way he put his body on the line? The hits that he took for us in that Sugar Bowl? See, did losing that game hurt? Yes. I'm hurting just like the rest of y'all are. It hurt losing that game. But at the same time, I'm not finna jump out the window and say, well, I'm not going to start defecating on Garner and saying Garner is not it. Garner need to go. We need to go in the transfer portal and get another quarterback. Get who? Get who? Who in the damn portal do you think we can go in there and bring them in? They will fit our culture and fit our system and have them ready by G-Day and have them ready by damn August. Who? Well, this kid is already here in Athens, knows the system. This will be his second full year as the starter. And we already know what happens. When remember what happened when Stetson got his second year to start? As his second year as the starter. And then hell, that really wasn't, JT Daniels had beat him out in camp. He came in as the third stringer behind Carson Beck and JT Daniels in 2021. But how did that turn out? When JT Daniels went down with that lat injury, Stetson took over and took us to a national title. We came that close. What derailed our championship run, ladies and gentlemen, was injuries. Now, yes, Kirby made some dumbass calls. He made some dumbass decisions in that Sugar Bowl. But I think two reasons why he made those decisions. Let's go to the goal line when he decided when Mike Bobo decided to go throw the pass. You know, everything has to be ran by Kirby. And the way Kirby was addressing it in that press conference, he agreed with the decision to pass the ball. They did not have confidence in Malachi Tolliver at the time. They did. They were not confident in him being able to line up. They were not confident that Chauncey Bowens, which is our number 2 running back, would be able to line up behind Malachi Tolliver and run the ball in the end zone. Because Malachi Tolliver had a horrible game in that Sugar Bowl. He wasn't ready. He was getting his ass kicked the entire game. The defense, when Raylan Wilson went down with that injury, Ja'Cory Thomas went out with a targeting call. We had already lost Gabe Harris, our best pass rusher. Kirby did what he felt like what he had to do. He just didn't have confidence that the defense would be able to hold Ole Miss. Injuries caught up with us. And I think the same issue I said about Georgia, same issue I said about Bama. I think injuries caught up with Bama. They got hit bad with the injury bug. Their players were dropping like flies. Between the South Carolina game and the Iron Bowl, that derailed their season, losing players. Back to back to back to back to back. Just think about it. We lost Jordan Hall. Then C.J. Allen gets banged up. C.J. Allen was never, I don't even think he was at 80% in that Sugar Bowl. C.J. Allen was not moving like the C.J. Allen we knew before he got injured in that Texas game. He was not the same when he came back. And I told all of you, if C.J. Allen is able to come back from that surgery, he is not going to be the same. And then we lost Gabe Harris, our best pass rusher. That was a huge blow. A huge blow. That defense wasn't the same. Then Raylan Wilson goes down with an injury early in the game, in the first half. That was a problem. So all of this doom and gloom and the skies falling and everybody being in panic mode, it makes no sense. Calm down. Calm your asses down. Kirby knows what he's doing. We're going to be good. Especially if we can hold on to Freely, Drew Bobo, and Ernest Green. And let me just say this. All of you internet warriors, you keyboard warriors, getting on Twitter and harassing Mike Bobo, you ain't making it no better. Don't you dumbass clowns realize if you getting on there harassing and stalking Mike Bobo because you butthurt in your feelings and you don't understand the game of football, you become entitled and spoiled, just like them Bama fans, just like them Ohio State fans. thinking and believing that we can just win a national title every year. No. There are going to be some good years and there are going to be some challenging years. 2021, everything ran smooth. 2022, everything ran damn smooth. And we repeat it. Some years it runs smooth, some years it don't. That's life. Nick Saban didn't win a national title every year. He was at Bama, what, 18 years? He only won 6 out of the 18 years that he was there. All the years that Bear Bryant was at Bama, he came to Bama in 1958 and he retired in 1982. He only won 6 national titles. And those are the 2 of the greatest head football coaches in college football history. Nick Saban and Coach Paul Bear Bryant. And y'all on here bitching and whining about 5 years. 5 years. 2 national titles. 3 SEC titles. And y'all on here bitching and whining. Acting like the sky's falling. On here with this doom and gloom mentality. Doom and gloom attitude. Oh, Georgia in trouble. Georgia need to panic. Georgia fans need to worry. I'm not worried about a damn thing. Other teams need to worry, like Clemson. If I'm a Clemson fan, I would be worried. It looks like Dabo's not getting any more, bringing any more national titles there. Anytime soon. If I'm a Bama fan, I would be worried. Really would. Because the days of stacking, see what Nick Saban was able to do, no coach will ever be able to do at Alabama again. Because the game has changed. Nick Saban was able to stack that roster with 5-star talent. Year after year, getting the number 1 recruiting class every freaking year. There was no NIL that he had to worry about. No the transfer portal, none of that. Had to worry about none of that. The game has changed. It's 2026. It's a new ball game. It's a new game here in college football. A new system. The NIL and the transfer portal. And for those of you that are saying, well, that's the reason why. Now I'm talking about some of you Big 10 clowns and Big 12 clowns and ACC clowns that's sitting there saying, well, Kirby can't win another national title because of the NIL and the transfer portal. How stupid do you sound? Let me fresh your memory. The NIL, Congress passed the NIL law and it went into effect in the summer of 2021. That same year, we went in the damn portal, spent money, and got Darion Kendrick and Taki Smith. Kept JT Daniels. Gave him a raise and kept JT Daniels. And we was able to hold on to Jordan Davis. Yeah. Nobody transferred. Nolan Smith, Nakobe Dean. None of them transferred. Zeus came back. We was able to line his pockets. He came back. He returned. James Cook came back. How the hell do you think we was able to pull all of that off? (2022) 2023, we went undefeated that year. So you honestly think that in Athens, in Georgia, we don't know how to play the arms race game? You're sadly mistaken. So, like I said, according to my sources, the number one priority is keeping what we already have, the elite talent that we already have. Contrary to what a lot of you may believe, we have elite talent here in Athens, right here at Georgia, right now on the roster that needs to come. We need to make them happy first before we go in that portal and shopping. Because we don't want to end up in the same situation we was in last year when we lost Damian Wilson, which that hurt. So a lot of you need to calm down. And you really need to learn the business of college football. Seriously. So hopefully these kids, these three that I have on the thumbnail, Freely, Drew Bobo, Ernest Green, hopefully they stay. If they stay, I think this is going to be a monster of a year for Georgia. I think this offense is going to put up numbers, and I damn sure believe Nate Frazier came this close to putting up 1,000 yards in 2025. I think he'll get it in 2026. And I think Bowens will have a damn good season as well. We can hold on to Noah Thomas. I think Noah Thomas will get damn near close to 1,000 yards receiving. If not, he'll eclipse it. I'm excited about Isaiah Canyon. I'm very excited about him. Jace Brown, Jalen McVee. I think those are hits. Those candidates that I spoke on, I think those are hits. So I'm really looking forward to the 2026 season. But we have to hold serve. We have to hold the elite talent that we already have here in Athens. We can't have a knee-jerk reaction because of what happened in New Orleans and get all emotional and go reaching for the stars in the portal. Really, it ain't no elite players in there. Some of you are upset because we ain't going after Cam Coleman. Look, Cam Coleman does not come through in the bright lights. If you were paying attention, in big games, he did not produce for Auburn. And he was the man at Auburn. He was the go-to guy at Auburn. And when they needed him the most, in that Oklahoma game, he dropped passes. Texas A&M game, he dropped passes. Against us, he dropped passes. Against Missouri, he dropped passes. And in that Iron Bowl, he dropped passes. So all of you that's in the uproar because we're not going after Cam, calm your asses down and go watch some damn tape on Cam Coleman. And you will realize why we ain't trying to throw a whole lot of millions of dollars at him. We need elite receivers. We need elite receivers. What team in the Final Four that's left? What team has elite receivers? Ole Miss got some damn good receivers. But when I think about elite, I think about Jeremiah Smith. See, some of y'all definition of elite is different from mine. When I think about elite, I think about Jeremiah Smith, Malachi Tony. I can name some from the past. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, that squad Bama had, Devontae Smith, Jerry Judy, Henry Ruggs, Jalen Waddle, John Mechie, Jameson Williams. We had some George Pickens. I think Zachariah Branch is elite. See, when I say elite, that's elite to me. Abuka, that's elite. That's elite. Jeremy Bernard, that's elite. Indiana's favorite to win the whole damn thing. Some people are saying that Indiana's going to blow Oregon out and they're going to blow the win on Miami and Ole Miss out. Look who they got at receiver. They got a couple of guys that transferred from damn freaking JMU, from James Madison. Are you kidding me? And y'all over here bitching and whining and talking about we need to go get some elite. They're not any in the portal. They're not. They're not. Calm down. Calm the hell down. The man already acknowledged he made some boneheaded decisions in the Sugar Bowl. But I've also explained to you why I think he was put in that position to make those decisions. It was uncharacteristic of Kirby to make those decisions. But he was not confident in what we had left on defense, and he was not confident in Malachi Tolliver. We lost our starting center, guys. We lost our starting center. Do you know how hard it is to come back from that? So everyone, just calm down. We got this. We got this. We got this. Top priority is holding on to the elite players that we already have. You don't want Glover to end up at Florida. You don't want Warren Gaston to end up at Ohio State, because they damn sure need him. They need him. You don't want Chauncey Bowens to end up at Bama, because they damn sure need him. You don't want Zane Walker to end up at Texas. You don't want Ellis Robinson to end up at Texas A&M. You don't want that. We need the players that we have, the elite players that we have here right now. We need to keep them here and make them happy. That's where most of that bag needs to go. Now, the ones that I named, the additions that I named, I think they'll be great additions. But if we can hold on to Ernest Green, Monroe Freely, and Drew Bobo, I think that will make us instant national championship, preseason national championship favorites going into this season. So everyone, please calm your asses down. Calm down. Woosah. Woosah. Just sit back, relax. Let's see how this thing plays out. And I want to thank all of you for coming out. Make sure you hit that like button. Like I said at the start of the program, if I don't shout you out personally, please don't take offense to it. I just wanted to zoom through this. I end up going an hour. Something I really didn't want to do. I end up going an hour. Look, I love football. I love talking football. I can get long-winded when it comes to football. Anything else, anything else, I'm not this talkative. I don't even really like talking on the damn telephone. My best friends will tell you that. The truth, they'll tell you that. I don't really like talking on the telephone. But when it comes to sports, especially college football, and especially my Georgia Bulldogs, Man, I love this. Is what I love doing this, and I can do this all day and every day. So everyone, thank you all for your support. Thank you for supporting the platform. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And everyone, like I always say, no matter what, take care of yourselves and each other. And like I always say, no matter what, at the end of the day, it's always going to be win, lose, or draw from the cradle to the grave. It's always going to be and always have been. Go dogs. Sick 'em. Woo, 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 woo. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I will be back with the previews of these semifinal playoff games, Ole Miss versus Miami and Indiana versus Oregon. Everyone enjoy the rest of your day. I'm Amondo Black, and this has been the Dog Call.
Bring on Florida, bring on Bama, and bring on Texas too. We stay true, the Dogs.